You know that feeling, right? The one where another 90 days has just vanished into thin air, just like the 90 before it. It's a recurring whisper, isn't it? A subtle echo of time slipping through our fingers while we're busy planning to, someday, be productive, someday get around to those big goals. But here's the kicker, that someday almost never arrives on its own. It's a comfortable illusion we tell ourselves, isn't it? Or maybe you've been caught in the cycle of endless information consumption. You've read all the books, listened to all the podcasts, absorbed every single self-help tip out there. Yet, despite all that knowledge, you're still not seeing the real shifts you crave. It feels like you're constantly filling a cup with inspiration, but somehow it never overflows into actual, tangible change. What if I told you that more information isn't the answer? What if what you truly need is a deep, fundamental transformation? And let's be honest, how many times have you started something with incredible enthusiasm, only to see that initial fire slowly dwindle? You had a great idea, a clear intention, maybe even a rough plan, but then life happened. Distractions crept in, motivation waned, and before you knew it, you were back to square one, wondering where you lost your way. It's frustrating, isn't it, to feel that powerful surge of initial drive, only for it to dissipate without achieving what you set out to do? Welcome to StoicCraft. If any of these scenarios resonate with you, then listen closely. We're not here to talk about a hypothetical future or vague possibilities. We're here to talk about the next 90 days and how you can fundamentally transform your life by embracing a powerful ancient philosophy adapted for our modern world. This isn't just about fleeting inspiration. It's about making a conscious decision, building unbreakable structure, and committing to actions that most people simply aren't willing to undertake. It's about igniting a fire within yourself and refusing to let it die out. If you follow these steps with genuine intention every single day, you'll witness a profound shift in your habits, a powerful evolution of your identity, and a future that feels deliberately constructed, because it will be. If you're tired of repeating the same old patterns, if you're done watching life pass you by while you wait for motivation to strike, then it's time to engage. Listen intently, and more importantly, act decisively. Let's begin this journey. Step 1. Define your desires with unwavering clarity. Let's get real. If your goal isn't meticulously written down, it's merely a fleeting thought, a wisp of a dream that exists neither in your mind nor in the tangible world, and certainly not in your daily actions. Many of us believe we know what we want, but press us for details and we hesitate, generalize, or hide behind ambiguous terms like success, freedom, or happiness. The truth is, your brain doesn't respond to vagueness. It thrives on crystal clear instructions. The act of writing down exactly what you desire forces a powerful precision. It compels you to confront your deepest aspirations, not what sounds good on social media or what others expect of you, but what genuinely ignites a fire within you when all the external noise fades away and you're left with your authentic truth. It's no coincidence that ancient Stoics like Epictetus emphasized the critical importance of knowing your true desires if you wish to be truly free. Without this clarity, you become a slave to external demands, fleeting opinions, and endless Distractions. Your time becomes fragmented, your actions purely reactive, and your days drift by without meaningful weight or direction. So, right now, take a moment and ask yourself, what do you genuinely want to build, create, or achieve over the next 90 days? I'm not talking about abstract concepts. I mean something concrete, measurable, and tangible. Something you could literally point to on a calendar or describe in one clear, concise sentence. Perhaps it's shedding 15 pounds, launching that side business you've been dreaming about, devouring 10 impactful books, or finally getting your finances meticulously organized. Whatever it is, it absolutely must exist on paper first, not just as a fleeting thought in your head. Why is this so crucial? Because the act of writing isn't a passive exercise. It's a powerful neurological reinforcement. It compels your mind to slow down, to become incredibly specific, transforming a passing thought into an anchored, unshakable intention. And once something is written, it transforms into a personal contract, a visible testament to your mission, a mirror reflecting your unwavering aim every time your willpower begins to waver. Don't just write it once and forget about it. Rewrite it, embody it, until every word resonates as a powerful statement of your emerging identity. Instead of "I hope to lose 15 pounds, declare with conviction, "I will lose 15 pounds in 90 days. Instead of "I wish I could write a book," commit, "I will write 500 words every day and complete my book." Or perhaps, "I will eliminate debt by meticulously tracking every dollar and making consistent payments." Whatever your goal, frame it in the present tense, with power and certainty, as if it's already an undeniable part of your reality. Avoid the weakening language of "I hope" or "I wish." Speak as if you already live in complete alignment with that desired outcome. Here's a profound Stoic truth often overlooked. Intention without acute awareness is nothing short of self-deception. If you don't explicitly define what you're pursuing, every single excuse will appear valid. But once it's in writing, the line becomes unequivocally clear. You either moved closer to your goal today, or you didn't. There's no longer any room to hide in ambiguity. So grab a physical notebook, not your phone or a digital app. Use your hand. Feel the weight of the words as you meticulously write them down. Let the ink itself become the very first act of creation. Every significant achievement, every profound transformation, every fundamental shift in identity begins with the courage to unequivocally declare what you want. It might feel small, even uncomfortable, but that discomfort is the fertile ground where real change takes root. It signifies that you are finally choosing your direction, rather than passively waiting for life to dictate one to you. You don't ascend by chance. You rise by deliberate choice. And every powerful choice begins by being written down. So write it today. Write it again tomorrow. And by the conclusion of this challenge, it won't just be a sentence. It will be your new reality. Step 2. Establish. An unyielding deadline. A dream without a firm deadline is simply a fantasy. It may feel comforting to contemplate, creating a deceptive illusion of progress, but ultimately, it leads nowhere concrete. Your mind craves structure, not just bursts of inspiration. A clear deadline provides a defined container for your aspirations, compelling action and eliminating the myriad escape routes your clever brain is so adept at inventing. When there's no time constraint, later always seems like a perfectly valid option, and later is precisely where most dreams go to quietly fade away. We often mistakenly believe that simply because something is important to us, we'll eventually get around to it. But life doesn't reward what merely matters to you. It rewards what you consistently and actively move towards, especially under a healthy degree of pressure. This is why a deadline isn't about inducing stress. It's about sharpening your focus. Your mind is inherently wired to respond to urgency. Consider how quickly you pack when your flight departs in 2 hours, or how efficiently you complete a presentation when it's due tomorrow. Pressure forces clarity, eliminates distractions, and unleashes energy from reserves you didn't even know you possessed. So why wait for external emergencies to create urgency? Why not strategically engineer that urgency yourself? That's precisely the essence of a 90-day challenge. It's not an arbitrary time frame. It's a carefully selected deadline that offers sufficient space to build something truly meaningful. Yet not so much space that complacency sets in. It's brief enough to feel genuinely immediate, yet long enough to necessitate significant growth. This delicate balance is absolutely crucial. The Stoics grasped this profound truth. Seneca famously wrote, "While we wait for life, life passes." In essence, stop living as if you have an eternity. You don't. Every single day that passes without tangible progress is a day you can never reclaim. This isn't about fear-mongering. It's about mathematical reality, fundamental truth. Therefore, when you give yourself a clear deadline, you're not curtailing your freedom. You're actively reclaiming it. You are unequivocally telling your brain, this matters. This is the designated window. We are no longer aimlessly drifting. Here's the remarkable phenomenon that occurs. The very instant you assign a specific date to your goal, your brain begins to instinctively reorder your behavior. Your subconscious mind starts perceiving time in a distinctly different way. Procrastination feels heavier, distractions become glaringly obvious, and you become acutely aware of the inherent cost of delay. And that heightened awareness is immense power. Most people navigate life utterly unconscious of time's passage. They don't track it, they don't truly respect it, and they certainly don't utilize it with focused purpose. So make a definitive decision right now. What is the precise day you are committing to? Not 3 months from now, not by the end of summer, but an actual specific date. Mark it clearly on your calendar. Write it directly beneath your stated goal. Allow it to stare back at you every single morning, a silent whisper asking, "Are you moving closer, or are you wasting time again?" And don't stop at merely setting a deadline. Deconstruct it. Divide your 90 days into 3 manageable 30-day checkpoints. Ask yourself, what needs to be accomplished by day 30? Where do I absolutely need to be at day 60? What must be definitively completed by day 90? This process transforms the nebulous fog of the future into clearly visible terrain. It provides you with tangible milestones, and milestones are the building blocks of unstoppable momentum. You don't conquer a mountain by fixating solely on its peak. You conquer it by consistently taking the next clear, deliberate step. Every single time, you'll undoubtedly feel tempted to relax the deadline. That insidious little voice will whisper, "It's okay, just give yourself a little more time." But understand this, that voice is not your ally. It is comfort subtly disguised as logical reasoning. And comfort, my friend, is the sworn enemy of true change. So assign your dream a firm due date, and treat it with the seriousness it deserves. This is no longer a mere wish. It is a mission with a clearly defined finish line. Step 3. Clarify your sacrifices. What will you give in return? Nothing genuinely worthwhile ever comes without a cost. This isn't cynicism. It's a fundamental principle of balance, an invisible law governing everything meaningful in life, the law of exchange. You crave growth? Then be prepared to relinquish comfort. You seek clarity? Then prepare to step into a realm of profound silence. You aspire to mastery? Then be ready to surrender distraction, confront your own laziness, and discard every excuse that feels momentarily good, but ultimately leads nowhere. The universe is perpetually observing just how much you are truly willing to give, not just in terms of money or time, but in genuine sacrifice. The true cost of achieving your goal is often concealed within what you are prepared to release and let go of. Most individuals never truly succeed, not due to a lack of intelligence or talent, but because they are unwilling to pay the required price. They desire the desirable result, but shrink from the accompanying responsibility. They crave the outcome, but shy away from the necessary effort. The Stoics were brutally honest about this inherent truth. Epictetus declared, "You must be willing to pay the price. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid with regard to external things." In simpler terms, you must consciously choose your pain, the pain of consistent discipline, or the agonizing pain of deep regret, the pain of doing the arduous work, or the pain of watching someone else achieve their dreams, while you scroll idly and merely wish. This is the critical step that most people inadvertently bypass when setting their goals. They become invigorated by the grand vision. They meticulously note down the deadline, and they vividly imagine the triumphant result. But they never pause to ask themselves the fundamental question, what am I truly willing to give up for this? This is precisely why nothing fundamentally changes, because genuine transformation cannot occur without a loss. Something old must inevitably cease to exist. An ingrained habit, a comforting yet toxic routine, a time-wasting pattern. Something has to die to make room for the new dot. So, right now, with unflinching honesty, ask yourself, what specifically will I give in return for this profound change? Perhaps it's sacrificing 2 hours of wasted time each evening, redirecting that energy towards focused, productive work. Maybe it's cutting out mindless Netflix binges or endless YouTube rabbit holes. It could be the habit of sleeping in, opting instead for an early start that fuels your ambition. And yes, sometimes it even means gracefully distancing yourself from certain people, individuals who consistently drain your energy, mock your ambition, or distract you from your vital mission. If you don't actively remove what is holding you back, no sustainable progress can take root. It will relentlessly slip through your fingers, leaving you to blame the goal, the timing, or your perceived bad luck. This challenge, these pivotal 90 days isn't primarily about accumulating more things in your life. It is, at its core, an exercise in strategic subtraction. It's about diligently removing the unnecessary, symbolically burning the bridges to your old, unhelpful patterns, and intentionally clearing sacred space for something infinitely better to flourish. Because without that cleared space, nothing new can genuinely grow. And don't simply state that you're willing to make sacrifices. Be acutely specific. Write it down with unwavering clarity. What exactly are you systematically cutting out? What behaviors will you no longer tolerate from yourself? What is now unequivocally non-negotiable? Consider it a sacred exchange. You are trading what is easy and comfortable for what is profoundly meaningful. You are trading immediate gratification for long-term progress. You are signing a contract with yourself, and your payment will be made daily in moments of discomfort through consistent discipline and by deliberately choosing to do the hard thing even when no one else is observing. Here's the powerful twist. Once you definitively decide what you will willingly give, everything else becomes remarkably simpler. The initial decision eliminates internal debate. You no longer have to perpetually fight with yourself. You simply follow through. That, my friend, is true freedom. That is authentic power. Because once you have calculated the cost and accepted it fully, you cease wishing and begin the earnest work. You are no longer merely hoping. You are profoundly investing. And if you remain consistently committed, the return on that investment will be worth every single second you initially gave up. Step 4. Forge a definite, measurable plan. Random actions inevitably lead to random results. That's an undeniable truth. You could possess the most vivid vision in the world, the fiercest desire, and even an unwavering willingness to sacrifice. But if your daily steps are scattered, inconsistent, or poorly defined, your progress will always remain severely limited. Your mind craves clear direction, and your very soul yearns for purposeful structure. Without a concrete plan, your energy dissipates into countless directions, ultimately building nothing substantial. Imagine constructing a house. You wouldn't just arrive on site with a pile of bricks and boundless enthusiasm, would you? You need meticulously detailed blueprints. You need a precise, step-by-step sequence of operations. You need to know exactly what comes first, the foundational elements, not the rooftop. The exact same principle applies to intentionally building your life. Your passion provides the bricks, but your planning provides the essential blueprint. Without it, all you'll end up with is a chaotic pile of effort, devoid of any meaningful structure. A definite plan doesn't imply a perfect, flawless one from the outset. It means something tangible, something written, something you can meticulously measure and continuously refine. You don't need a sprawling, 100-step outline with intricate color codes. What you absolutely need is unwavering clarity on 3 fundamental aspects. What is the very first immediate step you will take? What consistent actions will you perform daily? And how will you objectively measure whether your efforts are truly yielding results? Let's say your 90-day objective is to achieve the best physical shape of your life. A vague, ineffective plan would be, I'll work out more. A definite, powerful plan, however, would be, I will train 4 days a week, meticulously track all my meals, ensure I get 8 hours of sleep nightly, and weigh myself every Friday. Do you feel the profound difference? One is a mere intention. The other is a clear, actionable instruction. Or perhaps your goal is to successfully launch a new business venture. A random, uninspired plan might be, I'll try to figure it out as I go. A definite strategic plan would be, I will dedicate 1 hour each morning to focused study, build a functional landing page by week 2, launch a minimum viable prototype by week 4, and conduct my first marketing test by day 30. You don't need to possess all the answers from the beginning, but you absolutely need to define something concrete. Why? Because action thrives on structure. Neuroscience has demonstrably shown that the human brain performs optimally when presented with clearly defined tasks. Vague goals often trigger fear and paralysis, while clear, actionable steps ignite powerful momentum. This is also where many individuals become stalled. They endlessly wait for the elusive perfect plan. They research tirelessly, falling into the trap of overthinking and analysis paralysis. But the Stoics would likely find this amusing. Marcus Aurelius wisely wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Applied here, it means stop endlessly debating the ideal strategy. Just begin the process of building. A plan isn't meant to be final. It's designed to be functional. You continuously refine it as you progress. The initial version will undoubtedly be imperfect, and that is perfectly acceptable. What truly matters is that you are no longer aimlessly floating. You are no longer waking up hoping to feel productive. You know precisely what needs to be accomplished, and you simply do it. Here's how to make your plan definitively actionable. Write down your 90-day outcome in one precise sentence. Then ask yourself, what absolutely must I do every single week to move demonstrably closer to this goal? Break that down further into concrete daily actions. Integrate regular checkpoints, firm deadlines, and a degree of flexibility, not for laziness, but to accommodate the unpredictable nature of life itself. Make your plan visually accessible. Utilize a large wall calendar, a physical checklist, a dedicated journal, whatever effectively communicates with your brain. The more frequently you see your plan, the more likely you are to adhere to it. And every time you successfully complete a task, you powerfully reinforce your identity as an individual who finishes what they start. A plan is far more than just a tool. It is a profound commitment. It serves as a steadfast compass that prevents emotional drift. On those inevitable difficult days, and there will be many, your meticulously crafted plan becomes your unshakable anchor. When motivation is conspicuously absent, your schedule seamlessly takes over. That, my friend, is the essence of discipline. That is true maturity. That is the path forward. So build a plan, even if it feels a bit rough around the edges. Execute it, even if it seems messy. Adjust it as needed, but never ever abandon it. This endeavor isn't solely about achieving goals. It's about fundamentally building the kind of person who purposefully creates desired outcomes in their life. Step 5. Embrace daily repetition of your goal. You cannot simply rewire your brain once and expect the change to permanently stick. It's akin to training physically just once and expecting to remain perpetually strong. Repetition is the fundamental mechanism by which the mind learns and, crucially, how a new identity is solidified. What you consistently tell yourself, you, will eventually internalize as truth, and what you profoundly believe, you will inevitably begin to live. The external world may undeniably shape your environment, but only you possess the power to shape your inner world, and you accomplish this through dedicated repetition. Every morning and every evening, you are presented with a small, yet incredibly potent window of opportunity. In those precious few minutes, immediately after waking and just before drifting off to sleep, your brain enters a highly suggestible state. Its usual filters are lowered, and your subconscious mind is keenly receptive, listening attentively. This isn't some abstract, woo-woo psychology. It is demonstrably backed by neuroscience. This is precisely how habits, fears, and even deeply ingrained traumas are formed. But crucially, it is also the very doorway through which profound transformation begins. So what do most people typically do with this powerful window? They instinctively reach for their phones to check notifications. They mentally replay yesterday's failures and perceived shortcomings. They passively drift through their mornings and collapse into sleep unchecked and unfocused. This is tantamount to diligently planting weeds in the most fertile soil you will ever possess, and then idly wondering why nothing but chaos and disorder grows. You, however, are going to approach this differently. You are going to articulate your goal aloud twice each day with unwavering focus, absolute clarity, and profound emotion. And not just as if you're dutifully reading a sentence, but as if you genuinely limen every single word, as if it is already an undeniable part of your being, as if you are explicitly reminding your entire nervous system of the powerful entity it is actively becoming. This practice resonates deeply with the wisdom of ancient philosophers. The Stoics consistently engaged in daily repetition of their core values, meticulously writing, reciting, and vividly visualizing their virtues. Epictetus taught that we should constantly rehearse what we believe, because the mind, left unchecked, tends to forget. In contemporary terms, the brain continuously rewires itself through whatever neural pathways you consistently activate. So, speak your goal aloud. Allow it to transform into your unwavering internal command. Declare it with conviction in the morning, when the day is still your blank canvas to meticulously shape. Repeat it again at night, just before your unconscious mind takes over, because whatever you mentally sleep on, your brain relentlessly strengthens. Let's make this exceptionally practical. Formulate your goal into a single potent sentence. For instance, I am becoming financially free by building a highly successful online business within the next 90 days. Then articulate it aloud. Every morning upon waking, every night before bed, visualize it vividly. Feel it deeply within your bones. Don't merely speak the words. Truly believe them. And yes, initially, it might feel undeniably strange, perhaps even slightly inauthentic. But here's the unvarnished truth. much of what you currently believe about yourself is also, in essence, an illusion, subtly planted there through years of unconscious repetition. So now you're simply reclaiming the pen, taking back control of your internal narrative. The more consistently you repeat your goal, the more you actively train your subconscious mind to proactively seek out opportunities to skillfully filter out distractions and to act in perfect alignment with your deeply held purpose. Over time, this transformative practice will begin to feel completely natural. You will cease questioning whether you can achieve it, and you will begin operating as if you already are that transformed individual. This isn't magic. It's the relentless building of momentum. And if you neglect this vital practice, your external environment will continue to repeat its own, often unhelpful, message to you, a message that will almost certainly not serve your grand vision. You'll awaken to a deluge of noise, pervasive negativity, and external urgencies that are not truly yours. You'll drift off to sleep burdened by doubts you never consciously chose to embrace, but no longer. For the entirety of the next 90 days, you will unequivocally own your mornings. You will exert conscious control over your nights. You will speak your goal as if it profoundly matters, because it absolutely does. And eventually, you won't just believe it. You will definitively become it. Step 6. See it, feel it, believe it. The power of visualization. Visualization isn't mere fantasy. It is potent training, a deliberate rehearsal for your future self. It is the quiet, meticulous craft of becoming, long before the external world recognizes your arrival. Before your body physically achieves something, your mind must first vividly perceive it, and not just as a fleeting thought, but in vibrant full color, with profound emotional resonance, and with absolute present moment awareness. When you close your eyes and vividly imagine your goal as already complete, something truly profound begins to happen. Your nervous system starts firing as if the experience is genuinely real. Your muscles subtly respond, your emotions powerfully activate. Crucially, your brain cannot discern the difference between what is vividly imagined and what is physically experienced. And that, my friend, is precisely what grants you the immense power to meticulously rewire your own reality. Consider a seasoned athlete standing in the tunnel just before a championship game. He isn't merely waiting, he is intensely seeing. He has mentally traversed that field 1,000 times already in his mind's eye. He has felt the simulated sweat, the roar of the crowd, the impactful collision. By the time he takes that very first physical step onto the field, it feels deeply familiar. It feels earned. That is precisely what you are doing now. Except your field might be launching a thriving business, undergoing a radical body transformation, or embarking on an entirely new, fulfilling chapter of your life. Whatever your aspiration, don't merely wish for it. Consciously enter it. See it with such intense clarity that your brain begins to genuinely believe you have already crossed the threshold into its reality. Start simply. Each morning, after articulating your goal aloud, close your eyes. Picture it as done, not at some distant point in the future, but no. Picture how you will stand, how you will breathe, how you will move, how you will speak. Envision who you will have become, what your surroundings will be, and most importantly, what profound emotions you will feel resonating within your chest. Allow that feeling to powerfully rise, because that emotional intensity is the crucial fuel that makes the image indelibly stick. Stoic philosophy doesn't reject the power of imagination. Rather, it disciplines it. Marcus Aurelius himself penned, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This is precisely how you wield that power. You don't visualize to escape your current reality. You visualize to meticulously build it. But here's the absolute key. Don't just see it. Truly feel it. You can passively stare at a picture of the ocean, or you can mentally step directly into its depths. Feel the palpable tension in your hands as you shake the hand of your future successful self. Hear your name spoken with genuine respect and admiration. See the individuals who once doubted you now observing in silent awe. Taste the profound victory not with arrogance, but with a deep, unshakable internal certainty. Why does this emotional connection matter so deeply? Because your emotional brain is the primary driver of your decisions. You don't act purely on what is logical. You act on what feels intrinsically real to you. If success still feels like a distant and probable dream, your body will not pursue it with the necessary urgency. But if it feels intimately close, if it feels utterly inevitable, your actions will fundamentally transform. You will cease hesitating. You will begin moving with the purposeful stride of someone who is already firmly on the path. And no, this isn't merely about superficial positive thinking. It is about rigorous mental conditioning. Soldiers meticulously visualize their missions. Olympians intensely visualize winning gold medals. CEOs precisely visualize successful outcomes. They do not leave the state of their minds to mere chance, and neither should you. If you dedicate just 5 minutes each day, eyes closed, jaw set, vision crystal clear, the remainder of your day will feel profoundly different. More aligned, more energized, more intensely intentional. And that, my friend, changes everything. So, from this moment forward, when you articulate your goal, do not stop there. See it, feel it, believe it, and then, most importantly, act as if it is already undeniably yours. Because once your mind truly believes, your entire life will inevitably follow suit. Step 7. Act daily, without exception a dream, no matter how grand. Without consistent action is nothing more than a dangerous distraction. That is the stark, undeniable truth. You can spend your entire day visualizing, repeating affirmations, crafting elaborate vision boards, and devouring countless books. But if you are not actively moving forward, you are trapped within a comfortable illusion. An illusion, my friend, is the most deceptively comfortable prison you will ever inhabit. That is precisely why this particular component of the 90-day challenge is absolutely non-negotiable. Daily action every single day, no matter what external circumstances may arise. You are not required to scale the entire mountain in a single heroic ascent. You simply need to take one solitary step. But that step, critically, must happen today. Not when you feel an overwhelming surge of motivation. Not when life miraculously calms down. Not when the timing magically feels perfect. Because perfect timing is an insidious myth, carefully spun by procrastinators to artfully justify their perpetual delay. What truly differentiates winners from wishful thinkers isn't inherent talent, intelligence, or even luck. It is consistent traction. It is the relentless accumulation of small, deliberate movements. A true writer writes every single day, even when the words stubbornly refuse to flow. A dedicated fighter trains without fail, even when his body aches and protests. A master builder meticulously lays one brick at a time, even when the colossal structure seems impossibly distant. This isn't merely about discipline. It is about embodying an identity. It is who they fundamentally are. And now, it is who you are actively becoming. You won't feel like it on most days. That is not just expected. It is a fundamental part of the process. But feelings are like the weather. They are transient and will inevitably pass. Action, however, is a solid foundation. It remains immutable. This is precisely where the majority of people falter. They patiently wait to feel ready. They wait to be in the mood. But you do not need explicit permission from your fluctuating emotions. What you truly need is an unwavering alignment with your grand vision, and that vision, by its very nature, absolutely demands consistent movement. So how do you make this sustainable, especially when internal resistance inevitably arises? You strategically lower the point of entry, reducing the friction. If your overarching goal is to write a book, your daily action might be to simply write a mere 100 words. That's it. Not 10 perfect pages. Not some elusive standard of literary perfection. Just 100 raw, perhaps even ugly words. And tomorrow, perhaps another 100. If your goal is fitness, it might be a brief 15-minute workout. Not a perfectly executed, exhaustive routine, but simply showing up and initiating the effort. If it's launching a business, perhaps it's reaching out to just one new contact per day. The true power lies not in the sheer scale of the action, but in its unwavering consistency. James Clear articulated it beautifully. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Your system, from this moment forward, is elegantly simple. Act every single day. Embrace a no 0 days philosophy. No excuses, just relentless motion. Because motion actively breeds clarity, and clarity, in turn, breeds unstoppable momentum. This is also where the profound wisdom of Stoicism truly shines. Epictetus famously taught, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This means don't merely intellectually grasp Stoic principles, actively live them. Be the individual who takes decisive action while others passively wait. Be the one who consistently builds while others merely talk. Allow your consistent behavior to be the loudest and most compelling statement you make. And here is a truth you will quickly discover. The act of merely starting is often the most formidable hurdle. But once you begin, a powerful energy begins to build. Focus returns. Your self-respect steadily grows. You are no longer merely observing your life unfold. You are actively, deliberately steering it. You don't need to perform something heroic each day. You simply need to do something. Show up even when it's incredibly difficult. Move forward even when you feel utterly exhausted. Act even when you can't yet perceive tangible results. Because that consistent, tenacious effort is precisely what transforms you. It's not about the ultimate outcome, but the profound process of consistently showing up when it would be undeniably easier to simply give up. And at the culmination of these 90 days, you won't just have achieved progress. You will have forged an unbreakable habit. You will have cultivated a powerful new identity. You'll look back and realize with profound satisfaction, I didn't wait, I moved. I didn't break, I built. So today, act. Not because you feel a surge of motivation, but because you unequivocally said you would. Step 8. Shield your mind from negativity. It matters not how powerful your vision may be, or how meticulously crafted your plan appears on paper. If your mind becomes insidiously polluted with pervasive doubt, paralyzing fear, and distracting noise, that brilliant vision will inevitably collapse from the inside out. Negativity isn't merely unpleasant. It is profoundly corrosive. It relentlessly eats away at your foundational belief, your sharp focus, and your vital drive, quietly, slowly, until you cease moving forward and can't even comprehend why. That is precisely why, throughout this transformative 90-day period, one of your most paramount duties is to guard your mind with the vigilance of a seasoned warrior defending a sacred gate. You wouldn't permit just anyone to freely enter your home and deliberately destroy everything you've painstakingly built. So why then would you allow corrosive negative thoughts, toxic individuals, and detrimental environments to relentlessly ruin what you're striving so diligently to create? Here's the unvarnished reality. Most people are carrying a significant burden of mental toxins. Some are consciously aware of it, most are not. They will, often unwittingly, pour their own doubts and insecurities directly into your space. They will mock your ambitious aspirations. They will question your steadfast discipline, not because your pursuit is inherently flawed, but because your growth serves as an uncomfortable mirror reflecting their own stagnation. Your internal fire starkly exposes their cold indifference. And then there's the insidious negativity you inadvertently feed yourself, the ceaseless scroll through anxiety-inducing news feeds, the constant exposure to cynical social media posts, and the insidious self-sabotaging thoughts that whisper, "Who are you to even attempt this?" That, my friend, is poison. And if you consistently drink it every single day, do not express surprise when your powerful will to act eventually dries up. Marcus Aurelius, centuries ago, issued a timeless warning. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. This profound truth means that your mental environment is far too crucial to leave to chance. You must actively cure it. It consciously choose its contents and diligently cleanse it. So, how do you effectively protect your mind? Begin with purposeful silence. Drastically reduce the external noise. Dedicate less time to passive absorption and significantly more time to active alignment with your goals. Create a dedicated quiet space each morning, free from your phone, the internet, and all other distractions. Allow your very first thoughts to be genuinely your own, not the chaotic echoes of the world outside. Second, rigorously audit your mental inputs. What are you consistently listening to? Who are you regularly engaging in conversation with? What information and emotions are you deliberately allowing into your emotional bloodstream? If it does not actively uplift you, sharpen your focus, or profoundly teach you something valuable, then unequivocally cut it out. Do not feel an ounce of guilt for unfollowing someone on social media. Do not apologize for spending less time around individuals who perpetually drain your precious energy. This isn't an act of cruelty. It is an act of profound clarity and self-preservation. Third, consciously rewrite your internal script. When you detect a negative thought creeping in, do not merely tolerate it. Actively confront it and immediately replace it. If your mind whispers, "I can't," you immediately respond with a resolute, "I am becoming the person who absolutely can." This isn't about blind, unrealistic positivity. It's about rigorous mental discipline, about speaking your truth. You are not lying to yourself. You are actively leading yourself towards your higher potential. Fourth, diligently forge your own mental armor. This entails consistent, daily reinforcement. Read content that actively fuels your focus. Listen to voices that are in direct alignment with your grand mission. Fill your physical space with powerful reminders of the person you are actively becoming. Utilize affirmations, inspiring quotes, meaningful symbols, anything that serves as a constant reminder that you are no longer who you once were. You are unequivocally who you have decided to be. Negativity thrives in unguarded minds, so do not offer it that fertile opportunity. During this challenge, your greatest adversary will not be external failure. It will be that precise moment you begin to internalize the belief that you can achieve your goals. And that perilous moment often originates with a single negative seed, subtly planted by someone else, carefully watered by your passive silence, and tragically grown by your inaction. So ruthlessly eliminate it early. Do not allow it to take root. You are not merely changing a few habits. You are profoundly transforming your very identity, and that new identity absolutely requires a clean, sacred space in which to flourish. Your mind is that sacred space. Protect it fiercely, and it will, in turn, fiercely protect you. Step 9. Harness autosuggestion to rewire belief. You engage in more conversations with yourself than you do with anyone else on this planet. Every single day, thousands of silent messages echo within the confines of your mind, subtly yet powerfully shaping your identity, your inherent self-worth, and the very perception of your possibilities. The critical question, then, is this: are those ceaseless internal messages actively building you up or relentlessly tearing you down? Autosuggestion is the intentional practice of consciously directing those powerful internal messages. It is not about deliberately lying to yourself. Rather, it is about strategically programming yourself, because whether you are consciously aware of it or not, your subconscious mind is perpetually listening, and it does not critically judge what is objectively true or false. It simply accepts consistent repetition as undeniable reality. This is precisely why individuals who habitually declare, "I'm always tired," tend to remain perpetually tired. Those who consistently repeat, "I'm so unlucky," seem to perpetually attract chaos into their lives. And the ones who consistently whisper, "I'm just not good enough," eventually begin to act as if that limiting belief is true, even when it demonstrably isn't. Your subconscious mind is akin to fertile soil. Whatever you consistently plant within it will inevitably grow and flourish. Napoleon Hill, a pioneer in the study of success, famously wrote, "Autosuggestion is the medium by which one may reach and influence the subconscious mind. And this isn't merely philosophical conjecture. It is robustly supported by modern neuroscience. Studies unequivocally demonstrate that repeated thoughts actively strengthen neural pathways. The more consistently you affirm something, even silently, to yourself, the more your brain begins to internalize that belief and, consequently, behave in alignment with it. Therefore, if your unwavering desire is to cultivate an unstoppable mindset, over the next 90 days, begin by consciously speaking to yourself as the person you are actively bombing, not as the limited version of yourself you are striving to escape. This means meticulously crafting a few powerful, deeply personal affirmations. Statements that vividly reflect the elevated version of yourself you're stepping into. Instead of a tentative, "I hope I'll succeed," declare with conviction, "I take consistent action every day, and I finish what I start." Instead of a wishful, "I want to be confident," affirm, "I am calm, focused, and grounded under pressure." Instead of a doubting, "Maybe I can change," state with unwavering certainty, "I am becoming the most disciplined version of myself." Now, you don't necessarily have to articulate these affirmations aloud in front of a mirror, although you certainly can if it empowers you. What truly matters is the frequency and emotional intensity with which you engage with them. Repeat them in the morning as you awaken. Repeat them at night before you drift into sleep. Whisper them under your breath during moments of doubt or internal resistance. You are not merely reminding yourself. You are actively, powerfully rewriting yourself. Here's the crucial understanding. Genuine belief doesn't necessarily precede the words you speak. Rather, it emerges both of them. You might not feel inherently strong when you first declare, "I am unshakable." You might even experience a flicker of fear as you repeat, "I am prepared to succeed." But that precisely is the entire point. You continue to speak these truths until the internal resistance begins to fracture, until the new, empowering pattern firmly takes hold, until your subconscious mind proactively begins to generate the actions that perfectly align with the words you have intentionally and repeatedly infused with conviction. Epictetus taught us, "You become what you give your attention to." In the same profound way, you become what you consistently repeat with unwavering conviction. However, here's a critical warning. Auto-suggestion operates in both directions. If you consistently utter phrases like, "I can't," or "I'll never succeed," you are, with equal efficacy, training your subconscious mind towards those limiting beliefs. You are literally hardwiring defeat into your mind before you even begin the journey. That is why self-awareness is the crucial first step. You must diligently identify and intercept the limiting mental scripts you may have unconsciously inherited, and then replace them with the empowering ones you have deliberately chosen. Autosuggestion is not magic. It is not mere wishful thinking. It is a rigorous form of mental training. It is the act of planting a powerful idea, diligently watering it with consistent repetition, nourishing it with profound emotion, zealously protecting it from the intrusive weeds of doubt, and then allowing your brain, that incredibly powerful, programmable machine, to meticulously carry out the rest. Over the course of the next 90 days, speak to yourself like someone who is utterly serious. Not about merely appearing motivated, but about becoming profoundly transformed. Because your words are not just fleeting sounds. They are potent blueprints. And every single repetition lays another solid brick in the magnificent structure of who you are actively becoming. Step 10. Anticipate obstacles. Overcome them silently. You will be tested. That is not a mere possibility. It is an absolute guarantee. The very moment you commit to enacting genuine, substantial change in your life, life itself will inevitably push back. Not because it is inherently cruel, but because it is probing, checking if you are truly serious about your intentions. Resistance is not a punishment. It is a fundamental question, and your answer is not delivered by shouting louder, but by acting with greater depth and unwavering resolve. Most people, at the first sign of encountering a wall, immediately fold. They complain vociferously. They offer elaborate explanations. They frantically search for someone or something to assign blame to. But a true Stoic does not react in this manner. He anticipates the wall. He meticulously prepares for its inevitable arrival. And when it manifests, he does not whine or lament. He calmly adjusts, powerfully, silently, without any external drama, without needing the validation of applause or recognition. There is profound strength in that silence. In a world seemingly obsessed with broadcasting every emotion, every struggle, every minor setback, true inner strength is found in those remarkable individuals who endure quietly, who face the most tempestuous storms and steadfastly continue, walking forward. They do not seek sympathy, fleeting social media likes, or external validation, because they are not performing for an audience. They are building something authentically real for themselves. Epictetus wisely stated, "Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it." The same principle applies here with immense power. You are not obligated to explain why you are persistently moving forward. You do not need to justify the inevitable delays, the occasional failures, or the necessary pivots. Your consistent actions are your undeniable explanation. Your unwavering discipline is your eloquent response. Let others idly wonder how you manage to keep moving forward while you meticulously focus on taking the next crucial step. Throughout these transformative 90 days, the pertinent question is not if something will go awry. It is, rather, what? Will I doubt it inevitably does? Will you break under the pressure, or will you gracefully bend, adapt, and resolutely continue? Because here is the liberating truth. The obstacle is not the end of your journey. It is, instead, your indispensable training. It is life itself providing you with invaluable feedback, revealing the subtle weak spots in your meticulously crafted plan, in your resilient mindset, and in your daily habits. Every setback, when viewed through the Stoic lens, is a profound lesson expertly disguised, but only if you are truly willing to perceive it in that empowering way. If your carefully planned schedule gets abruptly disrupted, you simply restructure it. If your energy levels unexpectedly dip, you adjust your pace, but never, ever your core mission. If your environment suddenly becomes overtly hostile, you find resourceful ways to protect your invaluable mental space and relentlessly keep going. But above all, you accomplish it quietly. There is absolutely no need to broadcast your struggles or your triumphs. Allow the external noise to dissipate, and instead become the calm, unwavering center in the midst of any storm. When you act in profound silence, your hard-earned results will speak with undeniable power, and your identity, your profound sense of self, will become resiliently forged in the enduring fire of calm, unwavering persistence. You are not avoiding difficult emotions. You are actively mastering them. You are not suppressing the reality of difficulty. You are fundamentally transforming it. That is the profound wisdom Stoicism imparts to us. The external world may be inherently chaotic, but your internal world possesses the power to remain profoundly still. You will undoubtedly encounter obstacles, yes, but you do not have to become them. When the world outside shouts, slow down. When plans inevitably fall apart, you remain intact. When circumstances force a shift in your strategy, you remain fiercely committed to your core principle, even if the specific path temporarily diverges. This doesn't signify indifference. It signifies unwavering intentionality. You move forward with resolute purpose, not with debilitating panic. And that singular quality alone will fundamentally separate you from the vast majority who habitually quit at the first subtle sign of difficulty. Remember this enduring truth. No one needs to be aware of what you are silently enduring, because in 90 short days, when your remarkable results begin to speak volumes, your quiet persistence will have communicated everything that needed to be said. Step 11. Meticulously track your progress weekly. Most individuals work incredibly hard, yet they rarely, if ever, take the time to look back and objectively assess their journey. They relentlessly keep moving forward, ceaselessly pushing themselves, but they never pause to ask themselves the critical questions. Did I genuinely improve this week? Am I authentically closer to my overarching goal, or am I merely busier than I was last week? That, my friend, is the subtle but dangerous trap, mistaking mere movement for actual, tangible progress. And the only surefire way to escape this deceptive illusion is to diligently measure your efforts. Weekly tracking isn't solely about crunching numbers. It's about cultivating profound self-awareness. It's that designated moment when you intentionally step back and assume the authoritative role of the architect of your own life. Without this deliberate reflection, you are essentially building blindly. But with consistent tracking, every single step you take becomes infused with purpose and intentionality. You are no longer merely guessing. You are intelligently adapting. Imagine a dedicated individual training vigorously at the gym, yet never bothering to count their repetitions, track the weights they lift, or even note how their body truly feels. Would they experience growth? Perhaps a minuscule amount, but certainly not with precision, and definitely not with the aim of true mastery. The exact same principle applies to your mental discipline, your ambitious goals, your daily routines, and the cultivation of your new identity. And this process does not need to be overly complicated. It can be as elegantly simple as asking yourself, every Sunday evening, with genuine introspection, what specific actions did I take this week that moved me demonstrably closer to my goal? Where did I inadvertently slip, and what was the underlying reason for that slip? What concrete changes need to be implemented over the next 7 days to ensure continued progress? You are not engaging in self-judgment here. You are diligently studying yourself, observing the intricate workings of your personal system, rather than shaming the person within it. That, precisely, is the Stoic way. Profound self-awareness devoid of self-punishment. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, meticulously wrote in his journal nightly, not because he was inherently weak, but because he possessed profound wisdom. He understood implicitly that without regular reflection, the mind tends to drift aimlessly. Discipline gradually fades, and one slowly, unconsciously reverts to old, unhelpful patterns without even realizing it. That is precisely what you need to consistently do for the entirety of these 90 days. Set a recurring reminder. Create a sacred ritual around this practice. Perhaps it's a dedicated session every Sunday with a physical notebook, or a brief voice memo recorded every Friday evening. The specific medium is irrelevant. The consistent habit is paramount. You track your progress not to obsess over unattainable perfection, but to gain vital clarity on your precise direction. It's not about punishing your occasional failures. It's about intercepting detrimental patterns before they become deeply ingrained aspects of your identity. Perhaps, through this process, you will keenly observe that you tend to skip your positive habits on weekends. Perhaps you will realize that you consistently procrastinate when a task feels overwhelmingly large. Or perhaps you will discover that your energy consistently crashes every afternoon, and you've been battling against it instead of intelligently managing it. These are invaluable insights, and insights, my friend, are pure power. But only if you are genuinely willing to pause, look inward, and actively search for them. Most people simply do not. That is why they often repeat the exact same week 52 times and mistakenly label it a year. But you are constructing something fundamentally different. You are not moving blindly. You are intentionally adjusting your course. Because when you diligently track your progress weekly, something immensely powerful occurs. You begin to perceive yourself as the person who consistently improves, even if slowly, even if imperfectly. And that powerful belief, in turn, fuels the next week and the one after that, until your momentum becomes utterly unstoppable. So do not rely on your fallible memory. Do not rely on mere vibes. Rely on the objective data of your own consistent actions. Measure, reflect, adjust, repeat. The mirror, when you are willing to truly gaze into it, never lies. And in 90 days, those quiet, consistent reviews will speak louder and more eloquently than any motivational speech ever could. Step 12. Maintain unwavering commitment. Especially when it's difficult, anyone can exhibit consistency when the journey is smooth, when energy levels are soaring, when the external conditions are favorable, and when motivation flows effortlessly. But that, my friend, is not true commitment. That is mere convenience. Authentic commitment reveals itself precisely when everything else conspires to shut down. When the meticulously crafted plan unexpectedly breaks, when your body feels utterly fatigued, when no one is offering applause or recognition, but you inexplicably still keep moving forward. There's a profound reason why so few individuals genuinely transform their lives. It's not a deficit of intelligence. It's not a lack of innate talent. It's certainly not about random luck. It is fundamentally because most people fall deeply in love with the romantic idea of change, but they fail to embrace the often arduous process of change. They covet the desirable results, but they shrink from the necessary discipline. They crave the sweet taste of victory, but they recoil from the demanding battle itself. However, if you are truly serious about becoming a new, more powerful version of yourself in these 90 days, then understand this. The hard days are the most supremely important ones. Not the days when everything flows effortlessly, but the days when absolutely nothing does. That, precisely, is when your unwavering identity is forged. Not when it's easy, but when you consciously choose to continue, despite every urge to quit. Seneca once profoundly wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." He did not advocate for suffering for its own sake. Rather, he meant that inherent difficulty serves as the essential weight that powerfully strengthens your unwavering resolve. And each and every time you courageously lift that weight, by showing up on a profoundly challenging day, you construct something deeply intrinsic that no one can ever strip away from you. Because every single time you honor your commitment, especially when no one is observing, especially when you absolutely do not feel like it, you powerfully reinforce the core belief: I am someone who definitively finishes what I start. And that profound belief, my friend, fundamentally changes everything. It transforms the way you engage in internal dialogue with yourself. It alters how others perceive you. It expands the very realm of what becomes possible, because you have irrefutably proven that your word to yourself holds immense weight and meaning. Here's what most people fail to grasp. Motivation is notoriously fleeting, but a deeply ingrained identity is permanently enduring. When you steadfastly remain consistent on the days you would overwhelmingly prefer to quit, you are not merely pursuing a transient goal. You are actively becoming someone new, someone solid, someone truly unstoppable. Even if you stumble, even if you momentarily fail, even if you take a misguided step, it fundamentally doesn't matter. As long as you resolutely return to the path, you are still unequivocally winning. So cultivate a powerful ritual around these challenging moments. When the going gets tough, consciously tell yourself, this right here is the moment that matters most. When discomfort surges, remind yourself, this is precisely where my true strength is meticulously built. And when your mind attempts to subtly negotiate, whispering, maybe I'll just skip this one time, you respond calmly, yet with unwavering conviction. No, I have come too far to break this vital chain. You see, the final few days of a 90-day challenge are not where you simply finish. They are where you profoundly begin to realize that this is no longer merely a 90-day thing. It is, in essence, who you have fundamentally become. And once you truly taste that power, the unwavering discipline, the crystal clear clarity, the profound sense of control, you will never wish to revert to your old ways. Because the real, lasting win isn't just the external achievement itself. It is the powerful, transformed version of yourself who courageously earned it. So finish strong with every fiber of your being. And always remember this, the hard days are not interruptions to your progress. They are the transformation itself. This entire journey isn't just about setting some ambitious goals or cultivating a few good habits. It's about proving something infinitely deeper to yourself. proving for perhaps the first time that you can genuinely commit, that you can steadfastly stay the course, that you can definitively break the debilitating pattern of quitting halfway and disingenuously calling it bad timing. Because the truth is stark but beautifully simple. You don't need more time. You don't need an external surge of motivation. You don't need yet another elaborate strategy. What you profoundly need is to decide. That is the singular, most powerful word. Decide that for the next 90 days you will embody discipline, even when it feels utterly boring. You will remain intensely focused, even when absolutely no one is observing your efforts. And you will be relentlessly persistent, even when your energy reserves plummet to 0. No one, absolutely no one, is coming to do this profound work for you. And if you quit now, if you succumb to justification, excuse-making, or endless delay, the only person who bears the heavy price is you. But if you wholeheartedly commit, if you go in for just 90 days, you will look back with profound gratitude and realize that you have fundamentally rewired your mind, meticulously rebuilt your daily habits, and powerfully redefined who you truly are. And most importantly, you will inherently know that when challenges arise, you no longer retreat. You courageously rise. So meticulously write down your goal. Articulate it aloud with unwavering conviction. Feel it deeply within the very core of your being. Then go forth and do what 99% of people simply won't. Show up every single damn day, no matter what external or internal resistance you face, and allow these next 90 days to fundamentally change everything, not because you were perfect, but because this time, unequivocally, you finished what you powerfully started.